Hey anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where today I'm watching the final episode of Andor Season 1. Alright, there's no getting around that this is going to be a really weird video. Today, Andor Season 2 comes out. And when I was getting ready for it and pulling out some old files, I discovered the fact that, like an absolute idiot, I had never actually released the episode 12 reaction. So I thought, oh, that's no big deal, I'll edit up the video now. But that's when the second problem came in. I had my audio, but I didn't have any of my video. So I'm going to be making up for that by using this thing and keeping my original audio. I know most of you don't care, but I just wanted to have it on YouTube for completion's sake. But that's enough out of current me. Let's go back to old me. I say this every finale, but where is the time gone? 12 episodes. Just over and done with. Especially this show. It has been amazing. Definitely the best Star Wars show of recent times. I'm not going to say the best Star Wars show ever, because I still think Star Wars is best animated than in live action. But it brings me back to Rogue One, which is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. So I've just been having so much fun enjoying it. I can't wait for Season 2 to see what they'll do there. And if next season they'll dip their toe further into the rest of the Star Wars galaxy. But I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm impatient. I've been waiting to watch this finale. I've been dodging spoilers. If you enjoyed this reaction, consider hitting that like button. If you want to see more of me, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you don't want to do either, then let's just get into the video. I haven't talked about how the horns and the sound keeps building up on every Andor title card, but it's very cool to hear. Well, that's interesting. Camera's moving away. Why is that? Someone's coming in to rescue? I think I said this last reaction, but it's very interesting. I thought Ferrix would just be a jumping off point. A small planet that he'd leave behind, but here we are at the end of the season, and it is the boiling point, the explosion point. I can't remember what the terminology is, but everyone's coming, and it's going to explode. Plus, I don't think Marva died without having some kind of plan. She set something up. So she's not that dumb after all. She's going around undercover. What is he making? A bomb? A hologram? I think it's supposed to look like a bomb, but guess we'll have to wait and see.
Got a feel for Cassian. I'd be losing my mind.
Huh, even you, the guy who wanted his money, his debts paid, can, you know, empathize.
I guarantee you, he's got no idea what's going on. Bank on that.
I'm not so sure.
This guy's like,
Hey, you know something I don't?
yes.
Do me a favor. Keep it that way.
Smart move though. It's like, don't tell me anything bad. Come on, it's not a bomb. It's too easy for that to be a bomb. Are you gonna come clean to him?
You're gambling again.
Oh.
Not live.
Oh, come on.
Please.
See, that's why you can't trust the privacy nonsense, because they can be listening if they want to.
You go to Canto Bite.
Canto Bite, hey! Sequel reference.
Not
All those for all you sequel haters.
You promised.
You tell me who's saying this and I'll tell you why.
Is she?
Someone's lying to you.
She's bullshitting.
On that we can agree.
Oh god, she's ruining her own marriage by bullshitting him that he's... to explain her money loss. She's pretending he's gambling it all away. Oh god. Everyone's worrying about him coming back and he's just there. I love that. No big seed or anything, just like a dark shot, and it's like, wait, he's just in the corner.
I'm sorry. I loved your mom.
I love the community here on Ferrix. Like, he seemed to have problems with people
What are you doing here?
before, when in the beginning of this season, but like when something bad happens, they're all here to support him, no matter what happened.
Where is she? Cass.
What Cass? Just explain. I don't. When people like delay explanations. It's so silly.
Struggle seems impossible. It occurs spontaneously.
Oh, Nemec. I was confused who it was at first, but it's his
Constantly throughout the
I can't remember what it's called. What's the word?
I have no idea that
Manifesto. That's the word.
It sounded like Perrin had done this before.
This would certainly explain it.
Ah, there it is. Yep, I was right. It's bullshitting the spot.
Keep listening.
See, if you're gonna have secret conversations, close your doors.
You can close out your Anto Krieger files.
Still counting the bodies.
Okay, Anto Krieger just dead in the background.
Take a guess. Who's not happy about that?
The guy next to you, who's actually a secret rebel spy. What is your plan here today, Luthen? Kill Andor because he knows who you are? If there's one question that has yet remained unexplained, it's why Luthen knows who Andor is. Like, you haven't even explained it away by saying he did his research or something.
When the day comes that those two pull together, he will be an unstoppable force for good. Tell him.
I knew Brasso from the very beginning has been just the best friend. And I think he might die. I don't know. Or at least he doesn't join the rebellion to the point where Cassian does. What's your plan here, Cyril? Huh? Just here, in town?
Any luck? Don't want him alive. Gonna find him. We'll kill him.
Why though? God. Now you're so keen on killing him now. But why? You were the one who picked him up in the first place. Bells are tolling again. Honestly, one of the best episodes. Just hearing that bell tolling and the whole town reacting. Or the anvil, apparently. Which makes really cool sense. Again, the small cultural designs of this place is spectacular. The trumpet! Would a bell like that even work? What the? Okay, come on. That's just a flute. Those extra wibbly-doos aren't doing anything. That's a French horn. I love these instruments with the random junk piled on top of them to make them look all spacey. Okay, Mr. Bomb Kid, you're an unknown factor at the moment. Though I still think you're just a bomb fake out.
Show of force immediately.
You know how pathetic that makes you look? A show of force? They started a parade, and you guys are just like, defense positions. He sees Luthen. Oh, you're not... Come on. I don't know if he's like part of the plan or he's just really selling out Cassian. If he's not, if you're selling out Cassian, I'm gonna take back all my good words earlier. Do you think flutes could play with all that junk on them? Oh, that's her. That's the brick. Just what a unique tradition. Genuinely, it's just a French horn. Like, are those functional instruments? That's what my curiosity tells me. But I guess the prop department had fun. Just taking the instruments and using them together with a lot of junk pieces, painting them black and metal. Ooh. Small breath before going in. Oh god, the cinematography. I love it. If all those were functioning instruments, I'd love that too. Because the fact that this is all music is diegetic adds so much to the scene. I knew she'd do something like that. Have like a big message at the end. She's gonna make some big inflammatory speech, I know it.
My neighbors dead lifted me with their truth, and now I'm dead.
So it's time for you to lift them with the truth. I love how they're all searching for him far away and he's just walking through their base.
We've had each other.
Wonder how Luthen feels about this. You can't make inspiring speeches like this. Honestly, having all these non-stormtroopers here are much better for this. Because, I mean, she's talking about darkness, and they're dressed in all black. Yeah, I'm sure she'd be happy you used her brick Just smack a guy in the face. Oh, there's that. That is a bomb. Cyril, what are you... Oh god, that's so much worse. God, those grenades are too sensitive. Yeah, Brasso. They did it again! 2 shows now where someone headbutts a fucking stormtrooper. What is the damn point of those helmets? If you're gonna go down with someone not helmeted headbutts you! No! Ah! I thought she'd kill him, but I didn't think she'd just shank him. Just pulling him away because he's too slow to comprehend it. See, that's why Solo had it hard to get across the droids being mistreated storyline, because every main character droid is treated just like a person. Sometimes they're treated better. We care about them more than normal people. So you gotta get that. It doesn't work when you have someone just say, "Oh, we want freedom." I know that has nothing to do with what we're watching, but it just made me think of that. Come on, you have heavy hammers. Smack him in the head. So much better. You deserve this, Dedra. Somebody please kill her. Yeah, kill her. No, kill her. She's bad for the world. Ah, Cyril.
You were in trouble.
God, you're still creepy stalker, Cyril. You can have your weird evil couple thing, but you're still a creepy stalker. Yo, Cassian, a hat, a hood, something. Everyone is here for you.
He'll find us.
I mean, he does have a track record of going after people who probably can't be found. It is funny. I really thought his sister would be a bigger thing earlier on, but here we are. Those are Y-wing engines on the side of that thing. That's some kind of modded Junkcraft. Oh, she went through with it. She needed that money. So you guys were here. Shite happened. What did you think? I think the Sergeant Moss got the worst end of this. He lost his job because Cyril was over energetic in the beginning. Right? He just went with Cyril. And now Cyril's off doing what with Dedra, and he's just left behind. Is Andor on here? Ah, I knew he was. Clever little boy.
You came here to kill me, didn't you? Did I make it easy? I will now.
No, Cassian. We all know how you died. Okay. He's joined the rebellion now. Is it? Oh god, that's just it. That's how it ends. Well, more new droids. And those are the parts that they were making, which is going into that large solar array, which is part of the goddamn Death Star, as people were expecting it to be. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. And that was episode 12, Rick's Road. This episode was really what I expected it to be, though maybe I expected the conflict to be a little bit larger, but yeah. The funeral would happen, he'd sneak in, everyone would be there at the same time, and things would just erupt. I really did think that Marvel would leave some kind of message that would be the spark that lights the fire, and it was. I mean, maybe I thought it would be a little more subtle than literally saying fight the Empire, but she said it. They fought. Cassian went in. He saved Bix, who's so very broken. And at the end there, he joined the Empire. Joined the Empire. Yep, totally joined the Empire. He joined the rebellion. Right? He's like, he gave Luthen choice. It's like, either I join all the way, or you can just kill me right now if you want to. I said the most fascinating thing about this episode is something I've been saying for a while, is that the culture they've built for this small planet in Star Wars is so very interesting. I mean, this funeral proceeding with the whole turning into a brick, the marching band, which I gotta say, I have to say the prop masters must have had fun just cobbling together all those random flutes, and brass instruments. Looking at all of that, it's a culture. It's a very fleshed out culture. In Star Wars, stuff like that can fly by. I mean, you literally sometimes. Why do we care about the culture of this planet if all we're doing is flying over it? The whole series is as good as it is because, unlike a lot of the other ones, it doesn't try to be Star Wars. That's how I take it. The biggest flaw with some of the other ones is like, oh, we're trying to get Kenobi, we're trying to do this, we're trying to bring in all these Star Wars things. And while I love every bit of the fun, this one is like, we're going to tell a story that just happens to be Star Wars, right? You could scrub all this, right? You could scrub all this clean, change some names, change some costume designs, and you could repackage this as just any old sci-fi. And that's why this show does so well. But because we know of the Star Wars history, it's even better. We know who Mon Mothma becomes. In the end, I really enjoyed this show for what it was. It's this grounded story. We follow Cassian throughout all these places as he's just trying to get away and live his life, and the ever-presence of the Empire drives him, and we see how he finally decides to join the rebellion, how the death of his mother is the final key, right? And you have the straws of his unfair imprisonment, the fact that he knows they can't be trusted, he knows what they've done to his planet. Despite that, he has to finally get up to understanding that we need to fight back. And that manifesto he was listening, right? It's a perfect idea. Tyranny requires constant effort. It's probably not exactly what he said, but that's the point, right? Any little bit can do something. And all of that adds to Cassian as we know him in Rogue One. I watched Rogue One a few days ago. Again, it's the point that every little bit, even killing, is what drives him. Now, I should probably talk about our other characters. Dedra, in the beginning, isolated in the Imperial world, you feel they do really good job in building up sympathy for her, right? She is that lone woman against the powerful men and all of that. You can't help but like her, right? You can't help but be on her side. And then she leaves that environment. She leaves that powerful woman against the guys, and you remember, oh yeah, but she's actually a scummy Imperial. She's just as scummy as the rest of these Nazis that we hate. And suddenly all that is turned on its head. And it's very weird because you used to like this person. And you realize that, wait, why did you like this person? It's not like she changed. She was this person. She was bad the whole time. And you got Cyril, who is the shining example of the person who falls oh so hard for the propaganda. He falls oh so very hard. And it's idiots like him that keep this system going. Early on, I thought that maybe he'd join the rebellion, right, when he's faced with the truth, but no, he turned in a way I never expected, being a creep, stalking Dedra, and I don't know, saving her at the end there might have earned him some points in her eyes, even though the stalking should have lost him way too many. Finally, Mon Mothma. We get to see her slow distancing from her family and her life here. We know from Star Wars Rebels that soon enough she will be leaving Coruscant entirely to go full time into the rebellion in person, right? In Rebels, we see where she gets escorted to the first meeting of these various groups, right? Saw Gerrera goes through so many names. And it's first meeting of this Rebel Alliance. So I kind of just hope if we'll actually see her get to that point in season 2 of Andor, or we're jumping to after that. Because they did talk about seeing Andor on Yavin, so I assume we're probably just skipping way forward into the Rebellion era. And I still hope we see some of the Rebels in there, but that's just me. Look, other people will go on and on about this show better than me, and I know for a fact that very few people sit here at the end to watch me drone on and on about the show. So the point is that I loved it. It is unlike any of the Star Wars shows that have come out so far, and I really hope the writers and creators of this continue sticking around, because Lucasfilm needs people like them to balance out the Uber fans. Because you take this, that's why Rogue One is the best, because it takes this grounded, not Star Warsy, and it brings in that fan service wow, and brings it together in just the perfect, most satisfying way. It's that Rogue One energy that needs to be continued. If Lucasfilm can get off its ass and stop being a coward and just make something again and make another movie again. But that's a whole other rant. I love this show. I can't wait to return to Cassian. And more importantly, I need K2SO next season. Genuinely, I'm sorry, Cassian, but I am looking far more forward to seeing that droid than I am to seeing you next season. Hopefully, I'll still be doing this YouTube thing when that season rolls around, and I hope that you can come join me to watch that and react to that too. If you've been watching all my reactions to Andor, know that I appreciate you so much. Thank you. It makes me feel so much better knowing that I'm not a madman talking into a camera. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed this entire season of reactions. You can count on me to come back and watch whatever Star Wars is coming out next